We're live. Me and Terrell Pup. He's too busy looking at what's going on outside. Hello, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. We're live streaming. You gonna stick around? You gonna stick around? Or do you want to go play? The fireplace just came on. And he's like, I really want to go where it's warm and cozy. But it's nice you came to visit. Hey, it's nice you came to visit. Okay. Want to get down? Okay, stinky cute. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. We got a doozy today. We got full moon. We got lunar eclipse, full lunar eclipse. And we're in Mercury in retrograde still for a little while. I don't know about you, but I've sure been feeling it. Yeah. The Mercury retrograde part for sure. Also, another weird thing that's going on, first time in my lifetime, here in British Columbia, I just found out yesterday that after this next time change, because we spring ahead, we're not falling back in the fall. We're sticking to daylight savings time, which is going to be really weird because we're going to be different than our regular Pacific time people down in the States. Going to be getting used to some of that kind of stuff. Very, very bizarre things happening. Very bizarre. So with this full moon, this is a full moon in Virgo because the full moon is always in the opposite sign of what the sun sign is in, which is Pisces. So we're dealing with like that Piscean kind of mystic energy, and we're also dealing with the Virgo manager energy. So mystic manager, manage your mysticness and be mystic in your managing. I don't know. Mischief managed. That's all I know. So this, I was going to say Mercury retrograde, but we're talking full moon here, is really about cleaning, purging. Like this is the perfect time. It's almost like spring cleaning time here in the Northern Hemisphere. Getting rid of that mental clutter, things that, that Mercury, that Venus has going on. Like Mercury's just been playing with my communication lately. So I wrote some notes here. Okay. So realistically, when we're dealing with the lunar eclipse, this is where obviously, there's a shadow energy that we're experiencing. So to me, and what I'm learning in astrology is we're probably dealing with the shadow side of what Virgo is, which it could be someone who is overthinking, self-criticism, needing perfection before taking the next steps, which is kind of like we're in that Mercury energy as well, that's retrograde. So this is a good time to step back and kind of reorganize, but we don't want to overthink things either, right? Because we are still in that mystical Piscean energy. And I'm shuffling the Moonology cards here, and yet I do want to pull, I want to read what it has to say for full moon in Virgo. If I can find, here we go. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Well, if you had a question, I guess, if you're pulling a card. Have you been humbled to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing the be underrating yourself. Well, I just wanted to get a hint of what's going on. Okay, so here we go. The teaching. This is what I wanted to say. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life. See? Just what I said. Your life, your home, your office. It's time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also time to clear out your energies via salt baths, meditation, and practice to get more grounded. And to me, because the sun is in Pisces, that's the perfect time. Pisces is very water energy, very in tune with their intuition. So you can be in tune to that too. You don't just have to be a Pisces to be that. You can harness your inner Pisces. No matter, no, where did it go? Practice getting more grounded and walking barefoot. I like that. I like that. So I also want to pull a rando card from this deck to just see what's what. And I do have, in typical Virgo energy, I do have some card ideas that I'm going to pull as well for the collective. And if there's time and you're still here, I can pull a card or two for you as well. Okay, that one wanted to come out. The answers you need are coming, and this is the full moon in Gemini energy. So if you're of two minds to something and you're not sure what you need to do, to me, this is the perfect time because we got a lot going on with that Mercury retrograde. Get the chance to kind of go back and reiterate what you're thinking, what you want to create. And this full moon energy is also really kind of reflecting everything that's gone on so far. And it feels like it's just this, it's kind of it's your rational brain versus your intuition, right? Maybe it's being too rational, because that isn't always realistic either. So it's less about thinking and it's more about stepping into what you're feeling. And that is the seed thought for intuition, is we feel things. It's not just about emotions and, oh my gosh, I cry at a commercial. That's not what I mean. I mean feeling, because that's where we pick up our intuitive, senses, right? Our spidey senses. If you hear something or someone saying something, you get goosebumps. That's your body reacting to your intuitive hit of saying, well, goosebumps. Well, for me, at least, goosebumps usually means, yeah, that's definitely rings true. So it's really getting to know yourself in a better way, how your body responds to the environment around you. And it's not just the things you see. It's not just a brick falling on your head. Yeah, that's the environment connecting with me, but it's tuning into those subtle energies, like walking into a room and you feel different. Why? What's going on? Like the room still looks the same as it always did. So it really comes down to getting to know yourself better, so you can understand, am I just having, am I just cold and I'm getting goosebumps? Or am I picking up on something? The hairs on the back of your head, like people who don't think they're intuitive, they say things like that and they feel things like that too. And that's what they're picking up on. It's a matter of learning what works for you. So I'm going to pull some cards here. I've decided on 3 card pulls. The first one is the Virgo energy. Second one is the Pisces energy. And the third one is the opportunity to get from it. And we're just going to see what the card comes. And this is for the collective. Hey there, I was experimented on. Now I'm a human dolphin hybrid. Wow, look at you. That is epic. Nonsensical or what? So let's see what we have for the first card. We have the 2 of Swords. So this is definitely Virgo energy. This is definitely, I don't know whether I should do this or I should do that. You're of 2 minds to something. Or so this realistically is you trying to decipher what's your priority. Where do you need to prioritize? What is more important? So let's pull the second card, which is Pisces energy. Okay. Interesting. This is Earth energy, but Pisces energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this is your soul message. This is you not worrying so much about this or that or me or them or whatever. It's more of just leaning into what feels most comfortable right now, because I think the world is on high alert with a lot of stuff that's going on. and to be in a state of feeling secure and grounded, trusting that even though things go on that we can in the world that we can't control, this is about you finding something that you can control, which, there's not much. We can control our thoughts. We can control the things we do to a certain extent, unless Mercury retrogrades in there and trips us up all the time. And we realistically need to find something that's more practical and grounded for us. Okay. Mojo agrees. And so for the third card, this is the opportunity. Okay, we got two. So we have the Two of Pentacles. So we went from the Two of Swords, which is about, what did I say? The Virgo energy. What do you need to declutter? You need to declutter your mind and stop thinking this or that. Stop thinking light or dark, masculine, feminine. It's about knowing that there's always balance anyways. And then the Two of Pentacles comes in here. And this is your opportunity. You went from the Ace of Pentacles to this Two of Pentacles, which is like you can find a way to balance everything. And when you give yourself the okay to be in a state of, I need to do everything, you give yourself that balance. You give yourself the opportunity to feel what you feel and move forward anyways. And another card came. Let's see what it is. Okay. So, then we have the Emperor. So we've got somebody who really thinks about things first, is very strategic in what they do. And there's someone who they've been there and they've done that. They understand what it takes to get things done. They weren't just born into the power, right? They had to fight to get where they are. And interesting, this is definitely something that keeps you a little more grounded and a little more focused on your physical world. Maybe you've been a little too out there and putting yourself out to whatever might come. And how did that work out for you so far? How's that working out? Because a lot of times we can't just be, it's all going to work out. I'm trusting my intuition. You have to be in this physical world. You've got to relate to the world that's around you as well. It's not one or the other. It's balancing both. It's balancing the things you do, Pentacles, earth energy, what comes to fruition, what you bring into the world. And you're balancing your thoughts and your beliefs. Because if you're believing things that are very negative, the scales are going to be tipped. If you're believing that everything is just going to work out, the scales are going to be tipped that way too. You need to find a way to balance both. To be both manager, Virgo energy, and mystic, that Piscean energy, which is kind of interesting because you can't do both at the same time, but there's no law saying that you can't give everybody a turn, give all those opportunities a chance, right? So I'm going to pull two more cards. This first card is what to focus on. This will be the Virgo energy. Two cards. Got to have balance. There's lots of balance today. Two people watching live, two cards coming up here. So we've got the Nine of Cups and the 10 of Swords, and they're in succession, 9, 10. And to me, that feels good because it feels like we're nearing completion. We're focusing on the things that help us trust what we feel. They help us realize that life can be good no matter what's going on. And we know that things are shifting and changing, and we are definitely connected to the next step. Where do we want to go next? That's where our thoughts lie, right? Hey, Nicole. Yeah, That was another thing. I didn't even mention that, but yeah, the third month in the third day, like there's crazy energy happening. I've been doing a lot of journaling today as well. And I think that's the Virgo that's in the air right now from the full moon being in it. Definitely deeper reflection on things. So that's always a good place to land as well. So that is pretty much the message I have for you today. And if you would like a card pull, let me know in the comments. I forgot my water. Typical, one of those things. You pour the water, it sits on the counter, and yeah, it's gone. Oh, I was also going to pull Moonology manifestation card. So let's do that as well. This is for the collective, of course. So if anything resonates, make sure you hit that like button, please. And if you do want a card pull, let me know. You don't have to have a question. I'm pulling this, what to stop focusing on and what to start feeling. So that's what we're working on right now. And I'm going to keep shuffling. Okay, definitely. Yes, that's the focus for today. Let me get this Moonology card if it's going to come, and then definitely pull a card for you, Nicole. Top card. First quarter moon in Taurus. It's about releasing control. Well, and that's kind of going along with what I was saying as well. You definitely want to stop worrying so much about what you can't control, and then just focus on what you can, because this Taurian energy is definitely that Two of Pentacles, where you are able to just balance what you can. And it's at the point where you do what you can, and then if you're pushing and nothing's working, then it's time to do something else in place of that. Instead of, this isn't the time to just keep pushing and go and go. This is not the time to do that. Sometimes there is the time to do that, but this is not one of them, because we are definitely knee deep in Mercury retrograde right now, right until the 20th of this month. So, and it usually is a week or so after that, as things have to kind of get out of the post phase. So you really want to be in a state of trying, but listen to the signs that come when you come up against something. And if there's resistance, then it's time to back away for now. That's the message for now. It's not the message for forever. So, all right. So Nicole, let's pull a card. So 2 cards I'm going to pull for you. One is what to stop focusing on, and the other one is what to start feeling. So stop focusing on trying something new. We got death and rebirth. Stop focusing on being so worried about what has ended or what has come to pass, or stop focusing on needing to push forward and do the next step, or not knowing what the next step is. This is the time for you to just be in that energy of the void. Be a star floating around in the sky. No, I know they don't float, but what else do they do? They're not tethered to anything. But that's what I pick up for you for there. And now this is the card for what to start feeling. So that first card had to do with like Virgo energy, and this card has to do with that Piscean energy, because that's the sign that the sun is in right now. So start feeling inspired. This is the Queen of Swords, and it's definitely start feeling like you already understand what you need to do, even if you don't intellectually understand it. Know that you are focused on moving forward. You're trusting the experience you have already. You're trusting the plans you've already thought about. You're trusting the rituals and the things that you've put into place, even if you're not doing them now or they've shifted a bit. That's okay. That's all part of that energy of you just trusting yourself, right? She's definitely not concerned, and she's looking toward the future. And she's grounded. She's sitting. She's comfortable. She's not on guard. She's allowing herself to just sit and be and let the wind blow her hair, be amongst, do some cloud watching, be with the birds, and just let your soul be free. You need to start feeling into that. That's the important part of this energy for the next few days, I feel. Okay, let's see. Spot on. I'm in the void and been pushing and pushing to go forward. I do need to trust. Yes. And to me, these cards, if they're aligned for you the way they are, that is showing you that you are trusting it. But you think you might think that, but you should be doing something, or you should be, we shouldn't should all over ourselves. So I'm glad that was a good message for you. Thank you so much for being here live. I appreciate it. It's a quiet live today, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So anyone who watches the replay, you're lucky. It's a nice short one. Those messages are for you. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like the video. Ignore that first crazy message in the beginning. I don't really see it until I click on it live, and it's like, okay, we get weirdos in here too. I got weirdo hybrid energy myself. Nothing that weird though. But anyways, thanks for being here live with me, Nicole. I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoy this full moon energy. And we'll see you for Tarot After Dark, maybe. If you're up for it, it's Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And bring your tarot deck, your oracle deck, and we're going to get into some play. So thanks again for being here. Peace out.